the field of success. I am afraid to be a failure teacher. Because if I am a failure teacher, then what happened? Imagine how many students are going to be failures. How many of them will fail? And this failure will be a legacy. It will be a heritage that they encounter. It's actually saddened me very much when I find a student who is following a wrong direction in the English language. When you ask, they say, I have got it like that. I have learned this way. Because you are a role model. They believe it is true, even if it is not. You make sure that what you say is completely true. And why you are an English teacher? Any of you here has answered the question innerly. If you ask yourself, who am I? Introduce yourself to yourself and get the meaning, the question, and answer of why am I supposed to be an English teacher? What does it mean to be an English teacher? It's a great job. Then you can go forward. We have a little discussion over here. I hope if people will discuss. Do you think English is getting better in Sudan? If it is getting better, tell us what you think. If there isn't, if the English is not getting better, what's the problem? If there is a problem, we need to solve it. We need to tackle it down. When there is a problem, there should be reason or reasons. What are the reasons we have a problem? If you assume so, we have a problem. There's a problem, the student is a problem, teachers. Is a problem curriculum or system, administration or environment? I think there should be a reason out of this. There should be an understanding that if we have a discussion, we discuss these problems as English teachers around. I don't want to wait a teacher who's waiting for the administration to tell them what to do. Let teachers start doing what they want to do, what they have to do, what they're supposed to do, what they have to study. Being in a class, you are not going to deliver all what you have studied in a college. Being in a class, you are not going to deliver any single word you have. When I find an English teacher or any teacher who's right now teaching the students, downestimating the students, underestimating the students, rejecting the students because they know nothing. Certainly, if they know something, they wouldn't have come to us. There is a question we've been facing a long time. Like if you ask a teacher, what does it mean and what that's supposed to mean? The teacher could answer. Because when we say a mechanic should come and fix our cars, otherwise we walk on foot. When we say an electrician should come and fix the electricity, otherwise we are dark. When we say a messenger should send the proper message to the people, otherwise we are lost. Not only a teacher, a role model, somebody that people resemble, the students shaping people, or follow the way he or she teaches them. Imagine you are leading those people to nowhere. Imagine that you are doing all this job because you wanted to gain coins, you wanted to get some money. You better off look for another job in a state of teaching people what they're supposed not to be taught. Innerly, you have answered the question right now. Is it the students, teaching, environment, or administration? I have heard 90% of young students graduates are directed. You need in every state 50 international schools. In everywhere 50 good programs, not only in one place. We don't want to measure the teaching methods and techniques by only 1, 2, 3, 4 schools who are perfectly working for two. We can't see a drop of water in the sea. That's definitely going to happen. They are not going to get better, they are doing that. Imaginary speaking. The imaginary speaking is very good, especially for kids when they are studying. Let them imagine how to talk. Let them imagine how to express. We are only forcing the students to study what's being written on the papers. They only read what's there. Well, they are not very interested. can form your class in a song. You can make it in a cartoon. You can make it as an animation. You can do it the way you think your student can understand that, get understood the subject you wanted to say. But we have only one way. They have to understand that way, otherwise they will get out of class and start nothing. If we're ready to attend, we have to do that. Speaking through pictures. We need to have pictures to let the students speak. And I want to be in challenge with any teacher of it. Tell them a story and let them recall that story tomorrow. And give them pictures and let them tell you the story according to the pictures. You will find them according to the pictures, they will create, they will interact, because they are going to bring an expression from their inner. But if you have given them a story told by you, they copy that. We don't want a teacher who bring a copy-paste students of him. We need a teacher who graduate as students who are having their way to go. You create a way out to them. You let them understand and get better. We don't have group discussion. They said, when I talk to people, English teachers, about group discussion, they said group discussion is only for advanced levels or for graduate. No. As long as you are teaching someone, what's your name? As long as you're teaching someone English what or any language is spoken. They have to speak it. Otherwise, they are working for nothing. While we are teaching our students not certain phrases structure, it's a very resonant subject added to ELT. The certain sentence structure, it works very fantastically and let them be very creative. Because we don't have much time to them, but I was planning to do this in a class right now. Certain sentence structure is a student starts a sentence. The other student complete that sentence. Definitely, he doesn't know what his partner is going to say or what is he aiming for. But he's going to create another way to complete that. And that will give the sense of ingenuity and the level of creativity. It will let them go. If you are told the textbook, the teacher's handbook, which is telling you some steps that you have to follow, you can't go there to work out a very successful class. What has been said by Ron Charles here, what been said by all those English classes, cannot work in our class right now. But we need to work that very strong thing. You sometimes create something in addition to that. I want to ask a teacher who is studying the subject in a college and add more, not only apply that, but most of them even less apply what they have studied. Definitely, it will go to a very bad result. How can we make working group? The working group, it gives us a strength. Let them compete. Let them work together. Give them sense of not only their animation like this. Let them work independently. Get them anybody think what they have to do. They will cooperate. The cooperative teaching way, the way that you as an instructor or as a teacher, you work with the students. Not giving them orders. No. Giving them instructions and let them follow the instructions. But we tell them do that and stop. They will be followers. You will graduate, somebody doesn't have self-confidence, somebody only waits somebody to do something for him. You share the failure of that. Work groups are the workforce of interactive teaching. Any teacher who doesn't form an interactive and group work in his class, he's no longer an interactive teacher, and his students are not interactively working better. Work groups should be standard in very, very appropriate and in very good way. You sometimes need to create a subject in the class based on your instruction, based on the vocabulary, based on their ground, based on their skills, what they have got and what they have learned. But we have had a lot of workshops. The question, what are the results of those workshops? the question, if we can give a good result, which means that we graduate a better student. Working with the students in group, it will stimulate individuals to work hard. It will help them to understand that anybody could independently come up with something. It will give them an idea that they become very good and strong learners. It will offer opportunity to any of them to get educated, to feel they have something to say, not only to have. Studying a language, it is not like other subjects. It is two ways. Any language, especially English, it must be two ways teaching process. What is that two ways teaching process? It's you give and take. Not only the teacher who is speaking the whole day and the students keep listening to him. Not only a teacher who keep always talking to people, talking to the board, while the students are speaking nothing. That will give them no idea. They will not feel. Allow you to evaluate their learning. Not only evaluate. One of the problems we have right now here, many teachers, and it happens in our schools, and it is happening continuously. Right now, teachers only evaluate their students by the text on paper. That's not enough. Work with them and grow. Understand, let them listen, let them talk, let them speak. You will figure out their ability. They said, we are focusing on writing and reading, that our students know how to write, know how to read. What if you read a book? What if you write a book, but you can't speak about it? It's a shame just when we graduate somebody who can't speak while they spend long time studying that. You can't deny that our students now are in this level. How can we utilize this group working? We have some points are very important to all of us to use them when we want to talk. If you are in Rome, explain and proceed. Explain English through English. It doesn't matter if they didn't understand, use any other techniques. You use pictures and drawings. You use painting in your body language, your facial expressions. Use your techniques, use everything possible to let them understand English through English. Once you have used Arabic language or your native language in your English class, your students are less likely to understand English. They are not getting to the age you want, the level you want. But not only, they are not getting what they want and the families want. Not just, but the society and the community work. Form groups, and give them tasks and jobs to do. Don't spend all your time on them. Give them 10 minutes alone, 5 minutes or 3 minutes, let them work something. Give them responsibility, they work on it. Why they are shouting in the class while you are teaching? Because they feel it. They get bored. The way you speak almost like a dude right now. So what you do now, you have to give them a job to do. Describe tasks. Tell them what to do. Describe the job they have to do. Let them understand how they do it. Give them an example. They will resemble and they will do that. Specify a time limit that they have set previously. If you said you have only 2 minutes or 5 minutes to do that task, they will properly do it because they have time limit. When they have that time limit, then they work it better. They will be eager to finish it at the proper time and come to you something, what's wrong, what's right out of that. You will not only be an English teacher, but you will build their capacity. You will help them to forward and expand their understanding. Ask for a scribe. If they didn't get anything, ask them. Be with them. You have to know how they do that. Recommend a process. Some of them, they have an idea, but they don't know how to do, they don't know the process. Tell them there are so many ways to do that. There are so many techniques to help you figure things out. So you need to monitor this group. You need to monitor this progress. And any teacher who is not recognizing a continuous progression on his student, you need to get back, pause a while, and understand. Some reasons, whether you are not applying what you taught, whether you have gotten nothing, whether you are cheating yourself, otherwise cheating the students, and that's the diagnosis. And that's the problem. You need to have a group rapport to the entire class. They will be very good, and they will help themselves to process the information. They use it in order to have it done. Can we make a very small exercise? We want to make a small exercise. We can make it together, or we can make it in groups. It's okay, no problem. Let's say that you are executive members of a school administration. All students' performance is getting down. The performance is getting down. We need a problem to solve in 10 minutes. The problems are teachers, students, environment, curriculum, administration. Can we do this exercise in 10 minutes? Teachers, let's work in 10 minutes to do this exercise together and make a small discussion. Imagine. So I'm going to divide the whole just into two groups, only two groups. And these two groups are going to work out this problem in 10 minutes only. Let's see what's the problem, why students are getting down. I want you to imagine yourself, you are executive members of school. And your students, all of them are getting down. The performance is not okay. We need a very small discussion. You and your group form those problems. Discuss those problems in 10 minutes and choose one of you to talk to us about what you have resulted out, or what you have come out with. What do you think it's supposed to be done to find out that? After the exercise, I have an idea to share regarding this one. So please, we want to start counting people. 1, 2, and 1, 2, then 1 will sit with 1 and 2 will sit with 2. Let's start from there. Number 1. You are number 1 and this is 2. Okay? 1, 2 over there. Number 1, and that's 2. Okay? Excuse me, gentlemen. Number 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's make 2 groups, please. Very quick. Change it very quickly and let's do this exercise. In just 10 minutes, I think we're going to come up with a result. So we can separate it into groups, please.
You are doing nothing actually. The structure, regular. As we have put it, those students who come from families who actually some kind of education, they know some kind of education, they are far and save the students. Teachers. Second point is teaching. Teachers, most of the teachers at secondary level and primary level, and the basic school are not trained or untrained. Most of them, not all of them. They were chosen just by accident. Teaching, so English is considered as or is dealt with as a subject. Just one of the subjects that the students are there. There is not a language. This is very important. If English is treated as a language, definitely this would make the students not concentrate his effort inside the classroom, but he is going to improve his English using other techniques, other ways outside the classroom and outside the curriculum to improve his language. So it is dealt with as a subject and make it problem. Concerning the curriculum and academics, curriculums are written as we know by non-native. We taught that non-native. For instance, in the course, we are the products of the course. Actually, it has been designed by native speakers, so the curriculum, the textbooks are so rich, so effective in learning this language and equivalent. But now, from the 90s onwards, the curriculum of SPIRE actually was designed by Sudanese. There's only one native speaker. I think she spoke Helen. Anyhow, but most of those who designed SPIRE were Sudanese. This is considered the method itself, at the primary level and at the secondary level, English is taught in Arabic. If you go into a classroom and there is a period, you'll be surprised. You may even ask if this is an Arabic lesson or English. Arabic is used